At nagbabalik ang Filipino broadcast ng IEM Fall 2021 Europe. Nandito na tayo sa mga tiebreakers and now we have the 11th place tiebreaker, Heroic versus OG. Ang dami nagtatanong guys, bakit importante ba ang 11th place decider? Kasi this will decide whether or not na magkaka-RMR points ba ang Heroic or OG dito. 938 RMR points is really a lot dito sa ating leaderboard. So, yeah, this is gonna be a very serious one. Both teams, itong OG at Heroic, has not had the best showing dito sa ating tournament. So, they're really looking forward to at least getting a bonus dito sa ating mga placings. So, diretso tayo sa map. Pick and ban, Dust 2, Vertigo, classic first two ban ng OG at Heroic. They don't want to play that at all, especially against each other. But first is gonna be Nuke. Importante to para sa side ng Heroic kasi, Nuke and Danish teams, laging nagbimix yan. It's always an expectation na maglalaro nga sila dun sa mapa na yun. And the second and the third map is gonna be, yun nga, ayun lang, nawala bigla yung ano. I have to see it again. Pero first map though is gonna be Nuke. We're gonna expect some spicy stuff. Second map is Inferno. Third map, Mirage. So, yeah, magiging interesting yung laban na to say the least. And the fact na first game pa lang nasa Nuke na tayo, that's already a crazy thing to see. So, yeah, just looking forward sa anong gagawin ng mga teams dito.
And plus, syempre, habang diniscuss na nga ni Sneaky ang ating mga map vetoes, so huwag niyo kakalimutan to like and share our live stream at baka pwede pa kayo makahabol dito sa bets. Sa mga gusto mag-bet, message lang kayo sa ating page and they will definitely help you. Pero sa mga nandyan guys, nakaka-tune in pa lang, like and share nyo na. At sa mga gustong sumali sa community natin sa Focus Fire for more CSGO updates, check out our pinned comment at sali na kayo sa group. But right now, as what Sticky mentioned, it's very important for these teams dahil nga itong isa sa mga kailangan mong tournament para makapag-ipon going in sa ating majors. But at the same time, syempre, they were the teams na sobrang na-expect ko sana na lalong magpa-pop off. But you have this bad tournament playstyles talaga. But ikaw, Sticky, what are your predictions for these two teams?
Ang hirap kasi nasa tail end na tayo ng IEM Fall Europe. So I would expect itong Heroic at OG will either go really, really good para sa kanilang dalawa or really, really bad kasi depende talaga kung pagod na yung Heroic dito or yung OG pagdating nga dito sa mga laruan natin. But first round, OG on CT side, Heroic on T side, outside defense galing dito kay Alexi B. Tamang taps lang. Nothing too drastic pero walang overextensions from both sides. Okay, classic outside play lang galing dito sa Heroic. Not much smoke, surprisingly, kaysa naman dun lang sa garage. And they're just gonna look to cross dito sa B.
Looks like at least nakapag-cross na papuntang B yung dalawang miyembro ng Heroic. They can actually start this pretty good for their favor. But then, crucial to dahil may iba pang nakahiwalay. And kung napitas kagad yung mga nakahiwalay sa kanila sa may open lot, it's gonna be harder for them because it's a numbers game. Pero looks like nag-split lang sila. Dumaan ng Vents, nagpaka-impostor. And Nico will be able to take a refresh. And Kadian against Nico, some good trades. But they haven't planted the bomb yet.
That's a really nice play. Galing dito sa Heroic. Not gonna lie, hindi nila in-expect yung mga tao na nanggagaling sa Secret is gonna go up the vent and, get control of the site. Pero OG, meron pa naman silang chance na mag-retake dito. So Josh playing the door. Sinarado lang in the face of his opponents. And sinarado niya ulit as Flames is the first one in. Open the door and close it. Yun lang. Death comes at you out of that one. Pero Tesis na lang natitira with that USP. If he can get the one tap dito kay Mantu, this would be a possibility. But OG, they snatched the round back.
Oh, seems like you just really want to play this well. OG still wins that even if merong pabor para sa side ng Heroic. And that's what you're talking about, Sneaky. Kapag hindi na talaga kaya ng Heroic pa, most likely OG will be taking over out of this, guys. But let's give it a break. Malay nyo, usually kasing Heroic, they started so slow. But then, if OG naman nakagain ng malaking momentum, then it's gonna go well for them. And from that part, it seems like they want to prevent yung pagiging aggressive ng Heroic, so they will be throwing out their utilities.
And yeah, knowing OG, you do not want to play this team with that momentum. Pero Valde with that nade and the M4A1S in his hand, he's doing so much work. I think kalahati ng mga kills na yun, he just accidentally shot. And somehow there is a T right in front of him. Mantu, yun lang. The P250 gonna cause his death. 2 M4s down para dito sa OG. Not the best news, pero at least na-file na ang mga heroic players dito sa may ramp air, so they know exactly where they are. They just have to figure out kung saan sila papunta. And yeah, I think OG can get this in the bag. I mean, wala namang armor itong si Tesses or si Josh, so a single headshot is probably gonna be the cause of death, and mukhang looking for a save itong heroic this early.
Pwede. So save na lang sila. Nagnakaw lang ng M4 A1s from Mad2 together with Vald, and they will be bailing out of it. Well, nakakatulong din naman yun. Bibigyan mo yung round sa OG, but at least nakapagnakaw ka lang naman ng mga barrel, and you can actually use that. Utilize your economy na lang on the next round. But that's a big risk. But nonetheless, at least di na nila ipipilit pa. May mga bagay na hindi mo na kailangan pilitin. At usually naman sa next round din, alam mo naman na hindi rin makakapag-force yung heroic kasi di rin na na-plant yung bomb. So they were actually pretty smart into doing that.
I think the best thing para dito sa heroic is they're taking away 2 M4s galing sa side ng OG. So they're gonna go into this round 2 rifles less unless mag-force by dito sina Flames at si Nico para sa kanilang teammate, but it's not looking likely. They might just stick dito sa kanilang mga MP9s and go for that run and gun. Pero yun nga, Valde with a really good ramp play, and itong si Refresh, I think he just walked into the crosshair of your boy Valde. So yeah, good kills galing sa kanya. He defended the ramp really well, but heroic coming out of that round stronger. Naka-recover sila ng dalawang M4, and they can drop some AKs for their teammates, so their buy is looking way healthier.
See how will that healthy goes in, as we are seeing heroic already pag-force na sila, but we just have armors. But as Matu is gonna be waiting for them, wala namang magpa-cross so far. They have that good setup, pero hindi pa rin sila nagka-cross. They're taking things very slow kasi ayaw mga kayo yung mata-tables turned ngayon ng OG dahil leading na sila by 2. Pero so far, heroic talaga medyo malaki talagang struggle sa kanila yung Nuke, and their performance talaga, this is not what we're expecting out of them. And napaka-importante nito dahil nga kailangan mo makapag-ipon ng points, but as the things just keep on starting, maybe heroic tries to give a lot of rounds para makapag-aralan nila. And speaking of, Flames get sush, and the Flames will just be traded out by Avon Paso. Oh, let's be expecting Tesses. Meron bang lalabas sa kanya? And speaking of, sayang. Pero nakapak na si Nico sa may backside. And they will be spotting Vald. Habang yung mag-bail out ako dyan, ayoko ng Iris. 2v3 pa rin naman, pabor na. But Mantu behind their backs gets the backstab. And OG still wins this. And that was a very expensive round. Finorce pa rin ng heroic out of themselves dahil nga nakuha pa rin nila yung M4A1S guns earlier, pero hindi pa rin nag-work para sa kanila. Okay, sa mga nagtatanong ng maps, well, the first map is going to be in Nuke, second is Inferno, and for our tiebreaker map, it's going to be in Mirage.
And it says in the top left, it is picked by heroic, itong Nuke, so they're gonna have to collect some points after yung third round na yun. MP9s, really well placed sa taas ng hut, and all these close quarter battles na nagbe-benefit talaga ang mga SMGs dito. But the nade is gonna do so much damage dito kay Mantu. Yun lang, taking 3 members down to very low HP, pero sabi na andun na pala sa baba. Greeting Mantu dito sa secret. Alexi B getting one through the smoke. Si Refresh lang nawala, pero ang dami pang mga ibang members dito ng heroic na pwede sila pumunta ng B site, pero meron pang isang tao dito. And his name is Valde with that MP9. Kailangan ma-expose yung position niya agad, or else this would just be him farming with this SMG. It's just a waiting game. Ayan na nga. Broken na yung class and it is not an emergency pero emergency na dito para kay Valde as he is the only one. MP9 is gonna be down pero napakadaming baril na pwedeng kunin dito ng Heroic pero Alexi B and Nico just gonna deny that. Uy, napakagandang flank galing dito kay Kadian. May kita na ba na meron isang tao dito sa likod? Now it's a 1v3 kasi si Flames nasa site na. And Kadian, ready and waiting na lang. Yun lang, hindi nakatingin sa tamang location itong si Alexi B. Pero meron na silang info dito kay Kadian. They lose a rifle, but they win the round. OG, really good coverage dito sa ating first 4 rounds. And 4-0 na. I mean, really great start. Considering na city side to para sa OG, they could just finish it dun sa kabila. But that's kind of too early to say, not gonna lie. Pero them having this good of a start could be detrimental dito sa Heroic.
Maybe that's the key into winning this against Heroic. Yan ang key ng OG. They win those rounds. They know what's the favor up ahead. But as we see here, malaki na din kasi talaga yung loss bonus ng Heroic. So they'd be able to force out of that op plus the AKs. And speaking of refresh, nakapasok sila pa natin na secret eh. Walang nagmaman ng OG dyan. Kasi kapag kinotes pa nila parati, minsan baka sila pa yung nababawasan. But as of that, Valve played out very patiently. He takes Tesses. And 4v5 na kagad. They are actually, they know where they will be expecting them. But then Vault out in the open, Fresh playing out safely also gets him. Man's game pa rin, 4v4 pa rin. It's gonna matter how they will be able to take up those entries. Pag di sila naging successful at punish sila ng mga nasa site lang ng OG, it's gonna be harder for them once again and magiging clean 5-0. Plus, the momentum slowly talaga going up sa OG and Matu will be slowing pick pero saktong-sakto yung flash yun. Magtatapon na lang siya ng nade pero di na lang niya tinapon. He will be bailing out of that angle instead.
And it's so important para dito kay Refresh to stay in that lobby area. I think last information sa kanya that he was playing outside. So I don't think ina-expect dito ng OG na may papasok. But still, they're planting so many people dito sa A site. Itong si Flames, pag nag-push na nga si Refresh dito, he's gonna have to get the timing right. Pero pag hindi ito na timingan ng maayos ng Heroic, this could be really bad. Pero Mandu na andito na, nabawasan na si Josh and he's just gonna back off, opening the door, gets the flick and is gonna close it. Yun lang, na-tag through the door pero Flames getting Refresh dito. 2v3. OG, yun lang, you just have to run and get the bomb planters. Josh somehow getting the headshot. Kadian meron na AWP and now it's Alexi B versus Kadian. Lang. Halatang sinarado mo yung single door, men. I mean, that's not too much covered galing sa sound dito kay Kadian. Pero nag-drop na nga si Alexi B. Bakit ka na? Okay. Kadian with the no-scope. He risked it all. But the risk does not pay off para sa kanya. I still don't know why he did that. Pero, yun na nga. OG. 5-0 start and Heroic. Not too bad yung kanilang economy considering na kanina pa silang max loss bonus since last round. 3.4k, buy an AK, buy an op para sa, para dito kay Kadian. And yeah, mukhang komportable pa rin yung Heroic dito. I mean, they're gonna get more buys dahil lang na natatalo sila ng ganitong kadalas.
Mas lalong hindi nagiging favorable sa OG eh. But then, at the side of Heroic, ganda na sana. But very vital nga yung sinabi mo kanina na door nga, narinig na agad. Alexi just played it out, but Kadian, what?
Kadian do dummy thick. Yun lang, Mantu with the op.
Okay. Why are you doing this, guys? And Kadian, why did you do that? Okay. Just simple. Just a lot of mishaps aside ang Heroic that OG just capitalized on. Especially with how Mantu is really on fire and popping off with this AWP. Alam mo na eh, when he gets those angle, sobrang unstoppable na siya. Leaves 3-man left side ng Heroic. They want to push here in A side, but look at the hold ng OG. They're just giving it up. Kasi pag pumasok naman, Nico has a good angle when it comes to this. Plus the refrag coming from his teammates. And as we do it, Nico will be taken out. But that's what we're expecting. Flames talaga go with the kill, but Refresh gets him, and Alexi B with that last kill still punishes Heroic a lot, and OG still wins this with a 6-0. Pero kahit nga ba malakas-lakas yung um, loss ba, lost bonus rather ng Heroic, makakabili pa rin naman sila kahit paano. I think di na nila force to, and instead, they will be giving up one of their timeouts ngayon. Napaka-importante na nito. Imagine losing 6 rounds and earlier 1v1. Medyo kailangan talaga nilang i-set up na. They need that reset.
And I think para dito sa Heroic, no, the important thing is it is now on land, so wala nang no more excuses from either side whether it is lagging or not. Itong OG mukhang nag-benefit dito sa kanilang land buff, and especially Mantu, man. Mantu has just been doing a great job just defending outside with that AWP, and Flames napakaganda ng coverage naman with kind of helping outside, pero mas focus na talaga ang main dito sa A, so really good defense galing sa kanila, pero Refresh, he's gonna be the one going in straight into the site, and he's gonna walk into Nico, pero Flames napakabilis with that trade frag, pero napakadaming TEs dito sa A side, pero Flames with that silent M4. Hindi na narinig ng Heroic na meron palang deadly rifler dito sa ating A site. Nico is gonna go down, pero yeah, not much casualties dito para sa OG. Sila pa rin yung may advantage. And Heroic, pag hindi kayo nakahanap ng pick, this is really bad news para sa inyo.
And punish talaga sila this time, and look at Flames! He's gonna straight out, he's tapping the count 2! Isa na lang kagad na he's suspecting na he tries to spray through the smoke, pero wala pa rin kagad. Oh no, he still tries to fire it, pero no, isa na lang kagad dito, he goes with the boost, and still OG wins that. Flames, you need to stop this guy. Imagine 12-4 na ang nakukuha niya, and OG still at city side in Nuke. We gotta give it to these guys.
The fact na pick pa rin to ng Heroic is, I think their regret is now setting in, kasi nakalimutan yata ng Heroic that OG is also a really competent Nuke team, and pag nilagay mo sila sa Nuke and city side ang start, walang problema yan para sa kanila. They can play that and even match the enemy team with their strats. Alexi B, we know this guy's a genius. So alam mo naman yung basang-basa talaga ang Heroic dito. Pero KDN pushing through the smoke, running into the AWP. Pero Flames with that AK-47, he's just gonna go for the spray. Pero just getting that one with the Tech 9. And Nico, quick reset lang with the AK. Mantu, takbo ka lang loads. You don't have to deal with that. Alexi B throwing the nade in the corner, and yun na nga, 8-0 OG. And if pag nakascore pa sila dito, this is basically an absurd CT half para kay OG.
Oh my, Heroic, you need to wake up. But then, alam mo naman Sneaky, when we're all talking about OG's performance sa LAN, it's really different. These guys are really different. These guys are still young, yet they still have a lot of potential coming right up. But Heroic, what is happening? Alam mo no, last time na kinas natin sila sa Nuke, it's a close match, right? A 16-14 against Astralis, if I'm not mistaken. But imagine, nasunog lang siya ni Flames, and ngayon inaasin na sila, but I think that was too much stretch coming in from Alexi B. Medyo hindi maganda yon, but looking at that, dalawang magpipick na sa kanila. Valve, maybe this is the time where Heroic can finally get up and finally win a round against OG. But so far, it's a 3v4. Sush together with Refresh are pretty low, and they haven't made a single move yet as to where they will be committing. But aside from that, we have Nico. We put trust kay Nico together with Matt and Flames. Baka may pag-asa pa, pero pag sumilip ka dyan, mine ka kagad talaga nga dyan. It's going to be a 3v3. Mas lamang ang OG sa nakikita nyo, because Sush is really low on HP. And look at this angle from Nico. Kapag dumaan sila sa kanya with that AK, it's gonna be a GG once again, as they're actually expecting them to go into A side.
And hindi nila expecting corner na to. Mantu! Uy! Dino-scope niya! Isa pa? Nope. It's only gonna be one. Pero 2v2 ang situation. Napaka-low na nga ni Sush dito. And he's running from behind. And he's gonna be the last person left alive. Flames, tamang bihap lang. He's gonna get it in the end too. And yun na nga, 9-0. An absurd half para dito sa OG. And that's crazy.
Ay, naku po. Heroic. Ang bilis lang ng mga pangyayari. 9 rounds. score streak na ng OG, yet ang fast-paced ng game, kaya nila mag-adjust sa iba-ibang strategies ng Heroic. They're able to survive from that. And imagine that was a 4v3, yet they survived it. But still, malaki pa rin yung loss bonus ng Heroic. They can just buy per round, but di pa sila nakakapag-deny. Because ngayon, inaasik na sila medyo. Pero nga lang, with that bomb itself, Tessis, mababawasan siya. But he'll be able to cross going to secret, but then looks like ang OG, they're not extending too much. Instead, they will be capitalizing on anchoring the side. Pero speaking of, nakapasok sila, but Alexi will be getting 7, and this might be a round for Heroic once again dahil mas lamang na sila ngayon sa tao.
Yeah, and itong si Nico, if he does not get a pick immediately dito sa my control room area, then anything else, Tesses, naging worth it. Pushing through that secret area down to 15 HP, pero I think OG should just save, take their losses. Why not? I mean, 9-0 start. You guys might as well have a rest dito sa base ng CT, and I think itong si Flames, he does prefer yung mga vents dito sa labas. And Heroic, with that a very aggressive B push, getting them that first round. Pinanage nila na masyadong angat yata dito ang OG sa may ramp area, and with that fast play, they just punish them immediately. Shout out po from Mindanao. Shout out to you, Jeffsy. And shout out to Scron, the boss of me, the real boss. Shout out to the boss, dude. Ron Fruel. That's the guy. That's the guy that made me who I am today. That is shout out to the legend. Flames on fire, Lawrence Santiago. That is true. I mean, Flames 16-5 start dito sa ating first half, and you just cannot doubt that.
I mean, it's Flames. It's your boy, Flames. Pero at least this time, usually may mga bad games na naman si Flames. Pero right now, it's really exceptional. He's doing a lot for his team. But at least sa mga hero fans out there, what? Kaya umilit na ng kahit papano. Lexi Beak, alam na nila kung nasaan siya usually, ina-expect. And speaking of all of them, they just want to be aggressive so bad. And Nico gets a spray. Sayang nga lang. Munti ka na si Tessis doon. And we only have man 2 unit to save that man. Pero marami naman silang pera. But still, if I were him, I'll be saving that. Or maybe go with the exit frags. That might be possible. And the 9 score sa City side is pretty big. But I really do think this might end up 11-4. Maybe.
Maybe.
That's what I'm expecting. Kasi yung OG, they know for the next round, how will they be stopping Heroic na eh. Kasi kung tutusin yung kanina doon, mga pang-aggressive talaga. Kasi walang mangyayari if Heroic will be playing it very passively.
And yeah, KDN doing his best Diha impression dito sa labas, just running in from silo and getting that main player immediately. So, I mean, OG, they have to find a way to deal with these really aggressive pushes galing sa side ng Heroic, or else Heroic can collect more rounds in this one. So, let's see how Lexi B, how he adjusts his brain dito nga sa push ng Heroic. Itong dalawang caster inaabangan ko. Shout out Lots P.Z. Same. Shout out to you, my friend. And yeah, itong unexpected push galing kay KDN dito sa outside really started things off para dito sa Heroic. And now, if the streak continues, this is really dangerous para sa OG, considering na di naman yung economy nila. It's not the best.
Plus, to add that, Sneaky, natingin ko kung hindi kasi mag-step up ng gano'n yung Heroic, wala na mangyayari sa kanila. That's the end of it. But, looks like they're already expecting them. And speaking of, they will just be throwing out a lot of utilities, getting the low HPs sa side ng Heroic, denied and si Refresh as it's Sabin once again. Tatlo na lang kagad ang natitira. Looks like even if they want to play it aggressively, alam mo naman yung OG, mabilis lang sila mag-adjust. They can give out a lot of rounds so that they can learn and take time to actually understand Heroic. And speaking of, itong pinaka nakakatakot sa lahat, Val behind that box, and if they will be making their entries, now po, may ipit sila dito, and maybe 3 of them will be punished by him, or maybe 2. And speaking of, he's already hearing a lot of footsteps, but he's playing it very patiently. And speaking of, he gets 1. He's still gonna be hiding. from this box side and he can just play for the slow picks, but then Cadian will be denying him, but then spotted na kagad yung dalawang miyembro ng Heroic. Alam na nila, ipit na sila this time around on that huge control given to them by the city, and they haven't committed sa isang site.
And yeah, I mean, Heroic looking very unlikely that they can get a push going, I guess, until Cadian gets his peak. Never mind, hindi niya nakuha yung Ferrari peak dito kay Mantu, because Mantu is just gonna get 2 flicks for 1 up. 10-2, OG, 8-point lead. Shoutout sa'yo, Alex. Lagi ba kayo nagkakasa every time may ongoing CSGO tournaments? Yes. Merong laging shoutcast dito pag may ongoing tournaments. Just make sure to like and share the page, man. So everyone can see us cast this in Filipino. I mean, mostly Filipino.
Mananawa kayo sawa na kami ni Sneaky magka-partner.
Exactly. Oh my God, Ray. Every time.
Talaga, guys, yung parati yung partner. And I think you're gonna be expecting more of our cast, kaming dalawa dito sa CS as of now. Pero looking aside ng OG, si Flames gusto mag-extend. Uy, huwag mo simin yan. Mag-back ka dyan. Di maganda yung ginagawa mo. But uy, right now in the open, Lato is gonna get who? Wala na pipita. So thank God for the smokes. But as of now, if that's gonna be fading, Alexi B tries to get a good information. But the fact that Refresh is at secret and is gonna be waiting, ay, nako, yan na nga. Nico mabibiktima nga nun. He waited really patiently. Flames, Vald, and Alexi B na lang natitira sa OG. But the fact that it's already at 10 is pretty big for them. But as he to the flank, alam niya yun isa-isa. Kaso nga lang medyo malayo. But then Alexi B, nasa sa'yo lahat. And speaking of, he takes out 1. Pero nga lang, he will be able to take out 2. Makakapunta na sila kagad sa B-side. And if Flames will be able to pin down against 1, it's still a winnable part. But Kadian just to click. And mapupush na si Vald kagad behind Squeaky. And Alexi B na lang natitira. He's gonna be giving it. Ang hirap mag-retake sa 4 sa B-site.
Yeah, and considering meron silang AWP dito, it's not gonna look likely that he is gonna get that retake. So might as well just save the M4A1S. Tas may mga hunting na galing sa side ng Heroic, and his name is gonna be Refresh, the very aggressive player. And yeah, they're on the other sides of the map, so hindi naman mukhang likely na magpi-meet sila dito. Nasa Astralis to si Mantu unbeatable? Maybe. I do prefer Lucky dun, other than Mantu, to be honest. Mas mataas yung peak ni Lucky compared dito kay Mantu, but he's a good fit eh.
I prefer Lucky kasi he's still young. He still have a lot to learn. And sobrang well-balanced na din ng Astralis, to be honest. You can't have all-star players in a single team. Medyo mahirap
interchangeable din naman yung isa sa kanila. It's like Popsky, then itong si Glaive. So let's see. I mean, hindi pa natin nakikita yung Astralis in final form. So, yeah. Shoutcasters, ano po ba ang reason why bakit nawala si Device sa Astra? The shmoney, bro. Who would not take an 800k transfer fee, man? Come on, bro. Let's be real here. Pera-pera lang yan. And if you have enough talent, you can monetize that talent and Device with exactly that. But back to the game, mukhang may nade na maglaland sa dalawang members dito ng Heroic. Josh and Cadian, 55 and 64. And ano namang rush mangyayari dito? Molotov though, Alexi B, that's really dangerous galing sa kanya. Now he's open dito sa single door angle and he's gonna try to go for the smoke dito sa double, so he will not be seen. Pwede niya yata i-leverage yung angle na to. He has to be careful not to get flashed. Nico also watching itong single door. I think nag-hesitate pa yata yung Heroic dito.
I think this is gonna be harder for Heroic once again. Kailangan talaga they need to play it very aggressive when you're gonna be going up against OG sa city ng OG when it's favoring them. Kasi once you play it slow, alam na, predicted na kagad. And speaking of Alexi B, he knows that these guys are gonna be crossing double doors and unfortunately, hindi nga nila kagad makukuha. But right now, they're on a pinch. 34 seconds is a big pressure sa side ng Heroic. They need to commit, pero nga lang Flames. What was that? Pero kailangan na rin na i-risk yung pag-pick doon. But still, I think it could have been better if he just waited. But Tatu will be denying Tessus. Still a 4v4. And those spray downs, that crossfire itself is very helpful. 7 na lang together with Kadian versus 4. Pero they'll be able to go into A site. But this retake is pretty gonna be easy for the side of OG. They still have that flash, those 2 pop flash left at walang-wala na nga rin pang post plant na gagamitin ng Heroic against them. Unless if Kaden will be popping off and he's gonna be seeing one that's gonna be helpful but denied right now. But Stavin with a clutch will not be a big possibility as Alexi B will just be defusing and that's it.
Ayun lang.
Fast
Yeah,
and
he's just gonna
straight.
let him defuse. Yun lang. 3-11, napaka-anticlimactic. I was waiting for something. Like, I was like, okay, is this gonna be
Okay.
Stauvin actually getting something going? Pero hindi pala. He is just gonna stay outside. Boss, ask ko lang, paano kung babalik si Complexity, paano pag babalik si Config sa Complexity, ano mangyayari kay Cold? Cold is gonna go back to free agency. Then, from what I've heard sa rumors, I think Config is probably gonna get transferred sa ibang team. Pero rumors lang yun, and Cold Zera might get integrated. So, don't take my word for it. It's all rumors pa lang ngayon. Pero from what I've heard, Cold Zera might be joining Complexity full-time. Sino nag-IGL para sa Astra pag wala si Glaive? It is on Magisk. He is the big brain. He is the offensive that they need doon nga sa Astralis. But now a different Danish team. We are gonna see trying to push it on outside. Pero Mantu, may nakita na siyang kamay dito. Ayun lang. Does not hit the head.
Oh, sayang. He missed. If he won't be missing that, that's sobrang maganda na sana. Gonna be favoring OG. But then, 11-3. Not a bad half na kagad sa kanila. But Hope Refresh, still alive and barely breathing. Pero nga lang, si Vald pa yun nalason niya. He's always gonna go for the off angles, huh? That's how KD refreshes. But then, Mantu spots him out and predicted na ni Flames that they will be going up ahead here in Hot as all of them will be entering. But then, that's what I'm talking about. Nico with that pick. Gets a good trade coming from 7. Pero expected na sila. But, Flames kind of whiff on that part. But Mantu will be throwing out a nade, just denying that plant. But Alexi tries to play it out sa Vents. Merong mabibiktima dito na nga. Speaking of...
That's not how the M4 works, man. Sayang. I mean, it's still good start beat dito para sa side ng OG. So, yeah, really nice to see. And OG, that first half, other than yung tail end ng half lane where Heroic literally rushed into the side and go for the best. This entire tournament. So, itong OG, really good start dito sa City side. But now, the importance nga ng pistol round doon sa City side is now emphasized. Kasi nga, you really want to get that pistol round dito sa second half. You do not want Heroic to get started dito sa momentum nila. Kasi itong Heroic, pag nagka-momentum na, at least from what I've seen dito sa online, they know how to carry their momentum going into yung next half. And even though 11-4 yung score, it's still a big possibility para dito sa side ng Heroic to get something going. But, para naman dito sa OG, I mean, their T-side dito sa Nuke is not too bad. Not gonna lie, it's not too bad. So, pwede pa nilang i-close out to. But, this might be either a close one or matatapos to agad.
It's just two sides of the coin that you have there, Sneaky. Pero nga lang, OG, I've seen them play it hard sa T-side. But then they improved slowly. And now, gaya nga sinabi mo na it's just OG also on T-side. Very interesting nga yung magiging capabilities nila. And I'm also excited to see that, knowing that Heroic, when we last casted them here in Nuke, they're on the City side, they really gave Astralis a hard time. And there's no cap in that. Sobrang ganda ng kanilang City side. But knowing itong si OG, kapag nakuha na sila ng init, and they actually did that on the first half, it's gonna be harder for Heroic this time. And ito nangyayari sa Heroic, ito yung nagiging downfall nila when they don't get good placements. Nagiging inconsistent na yung mga plays nila. And kita-kita mo naman, they don't have any particular stats sa kanilang T-side. Hopefully, they'll be able to reset and make it up sa City side nila, which is, I'm kind of looking forward also.
And not gonna lie, the biggest weakness para dito sa OG is yung calling ni Alexi B dito sa T-side. He's not the best T-side caller. Let's be real here, guys. Hindi siya yung pinaka-best na T-side caller. He does prefer to play these rounds passively. So, really expect mo talaga ang OG to take the rounds that we're gonna see pretty slow. So, itong second half, it's gonna come to a halt unless may gustong gawin ang ibang players dito ng OG like Nico or itong si Flames. They want to go for the hard entry. That might be part of the plan, pero yeah, 9 times out of 10 we're gonna see a slow play galing dito sa OG. They want to take control of the map as slow as they can, pero they want to make sure that they get control, and pag nakuha na kanila yung control dito sa site, and or rather control dito on any other side of the map, that can result in a plant, then OG doon na silang pwede mag-strike.
Cadian, if Cadian will be able to pin down at least 1 or 2 from OG with his up, that's gonna be the game changer. Malay nyo, magka-OT pa nga, sobrang dikit ng dalawang teams ito eh. And if you include the next map, which is going to be Inferno, but we'll talk about more of that later. But looking at the stats itself, it's also like Nuke, very close to magiging matchup natin. But if OG will be winning this first map, then I really do think they'll be able to clean this up with a 2-0 in favor of them. But let's see how will the pace goes, because this pistol round is very important as it will decide kung anong kahantungan ng OG or Heroic sa next parts ng ating game. But as they make a move right now, Tessis na nakaabang ngayon sa may Rams.
That is not
Hindi
good.
siya nakapitas dahil all of the 5 members of OG will be stacking and will be rushing up ahead. But at least, even if that was not good, Tessis will be able to pick up 2 at Flames na lang kagad ang natitira. And that was a quick round.
Yeah.
Sa side ng Heroic.
That should be good para dito sa OG, considering na all 5 members nakapasok na nga dito sa site, but Tesses just readjusting his angle dito sa my control room, making sure his crosshair placement is correct, and all he has to do is click with that USP. And yun na nga ang nangyari dito. Unfortunately, OG, naging biktima sila ng napakabilis na rotation galing dito sa Heroic, and even the dualies are now chipping in. That's interesting galing sa kanila. And sino man na dito, wala ba na ba chance for qualification? I think this is really important para sa OG. But before that, Staubin with the 4K, just collecting everyone silently with that M4A1 Essence. Josh, medyo corny lang kasi kinuha niya yung ace ng kakampi niya. Pero Heroic, that's one way to up the spirits ng mga teammates niyo. But yeah, just like I said, pag nakadagdag na nga ng points dito ang OG, then they shoot up the rankings dun sa RMR and have a chance to, get that top 8. Considering na they have 430 points now, giving them 900 would be a big boost sa kanilang rankings dun sa RMR. So, fingers crossed, they get into the major. So, but they still have to win this first. They still have to collect that 938 points from 11th place. And this has got to be the most intense 11th place match we've had dito sa from any tournament, to be honest.
I do agree talaga na sobrang crucial. I think it's crucial for all of the teams. But then, okay, Tessis, what was that? Okay, maybe you just don't expect Flames. Kasi Flames is really lucky talaga with those shots through the smoke. He always gets at least a lot of frags every time we're seeing him. But then, Alexi B, di yun napansin. But Aiden will be giving that. And instead, Flames will be telling himself, okay, meron pala doon. Meron pala, hindi mo pala nawawala. But at least Nico gets refresh out. And Sush together with Stamina lang ang natitira sa hero. It's very hard to retake a 5v2. You only have that pop flash left out of you. But I think I'd rather save that instead of committing this against OG. But
very, very close encounters galing dito kay Flames. Pero parang may point ka nga dito, no? Every time that Flames gets into a certain spot, laging tama yung timing na dito. I mean, it's not even Flames. I think other Israeli players like yung like si Spinks from Ents. This is like the same case para sa kanya. I think that's just the meta para dito sa side ng both of them actually, both in Israel. So really interesting to see yung mix ng playstyle dito from the side of Flames and the other homies. Shout out to the homies from Israel, man. You guys produce really good CSGO players, and hopefully mas ma-shine nga ang light doon sa scene you guys, kasi every time I see yung Israeli players play, it's really an insane time. Pero OG collecting that 12th thanks to, you guessed it, etong kay Flames getting that timing right para dito sa OG, and they get the round back, but they still have to deal with a heroic buy na, yeah, I'd say it's pretty healthy. They have really great utility dito.
Kaso nga lang.
How?
Okay. Huh? What?
CSGO.
Okay, welcome to CS. Welcome to the magic of CS. That happened. We didn't see that coming, but we also didn't coming right up from season. What? That's it. Always look for your angle. At least Valve was able to save the day. So nga lang, Alexi B, kikita niya refresh. 2v3. May pag-asa pa to. May molly si Staven. Sobrang important ito. Kaso nga lang, if Nico will be taking off at this one, oh no, you need to look. Pero nga lang, butis na nakuha niya ng molly. Alam na kung saan nila i-expect. Plus the two guys coming in from ramps. This is a good post-plant position that OG has. Pero kailangan na magmadali ngayon ng Heroic. Meron silang defuse kit. This is gonna be important. But Vald, playing it safely, ay nako, sobrang hirap. But Douche gets him out. And they still have a lot of time left before that bomb is gonna be exploding. And medyo alanganin din yung angle ni Vald, but at least that's what he can best do just to prevent the Heroic from retaking that, and still buhay na buhay pa rin sila. But looking at that, even if dalawa na sila nakatingin kay Kadian, naantok ang OG.
I think I expected them to win this, not gonna lie, considering yung nature ng mga rounds na nakuha nila dito sa T-side. But unfortunately, itong si Alexi B, hindi niya nakuha yung A player dito. If he got the A player, they could just shoot right back up galing dito sa vents and just play the A side with their advantage. Pero, sometimes stuff doesn't work out para sa inyo. You entry and you get shot immediately in the face. It'd be like that. Might as well just try it the next round and see if gagana nga ito. But OG looking to get some control dito sa outside. And KD on full blind dito. Really good flash galing kay Flames. And that is a 5v4 advantage already thanks to the utility ng OG. But Stauven and itong si Sjush on the outside, ready and waiting if ever may magko-cross dito galing sa side ng OG. But OG, just like I said, they like to play it really slow, and they like to use their smokes, they like to use their utility para makakuha sila ng space dito. Really good flash galing kay Teses, pero Nico with a 2K already and a 3K. One man, 3 deaths para dito sa side ng Heroic, and Man2 is just gonna seal it off 13-7. And yun na nga, OG off of yung play dito ni Nico. I thought he was gonna be full blind, nasasama siya sa kanyang mga teammates, pero I think he just turned around just in time before the flash even hit. And OG, results from that, they get the win, 13-7. And now Heroic, meron pa rin silang bye. Loss bonus not too healthy, so next round is not gonna bode well para sa kanila. 5-7 dito kay Refresh, and Kadian with his scout.
This is so hard sa Heroic. That round, that's sila lumabas. Bakit? Pero okay, they maybe want to risk that all out kasi na walang mangyayari sa OG. Even if they play so passively, Vald and Flames denied by the pist. Okay, fine. A lot of mistakes. Coming in from the aggressiveness sa T-side. Yun lang naman yun eh. That's how you can actually explain it. Sobrang nagulat ako sa dalawang teams na to. Ano ba bang antok ba kayo or gigil ba kayo?
This is yung sinasabi ko kanina. Like, when Alexi B goes on T-side, sometimes he thinks of plans that really don't match itong mga buy nila. So, I think exactly that's what happened. I mean, hinahanap dito ng Heroic. It's literally kills with the 5-7 and the scout. And I think hindi yata na-calculate ng maayos itong OG kung ano nga ang buy dito ng Heroic. So, really sad to see that push didn't work. Pero OG, I mean, yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with it going into the next round. And, sabi ni Ken Insular dito, nagpamadali si Alexi B, maglalaro pa sa OG bukas para sa TI. Kamukha ni
TI na pala bukas.
TI is tomorrow. Alam niyo na guys kung bakit wala si Pillage. That's
Mm.
exactly the reason why. He's busy with TI, so let the man work. Yun talaga yung ano niya. Yun talaga yung
Kami muna.
main passion. Kami muna.
Kaming hindi nagka-cast kami, nagka-cast ka ba? Have you ever casted Dota, Sneaky?
I casted it once.
Oh, once.
Yun
Okay.
lang, once with a person I will not mention because I kind of hate him now. Pero other than the beef that is being thrown ngayon dito sa stream and 8 to 13, heroic though. I
Oh
mean,
my.
meron pa silang buy dito. I think all the stuff that could go wrong para dun sa OG just went wrong last round. Hindi nila nakuha yung
Wow.
entry plus bulag lahat ng entry players nila. And yeah, both of them just getting killed by the 5-7. Not the best look para dito sa OG. But, you know, wala nang loss bonus dito yung heroic. If they do lose this one, I think paka half buy lang ang magagawa nila dito sa next round. And OG, very healthy pa naman. Valde with the Galil, he's really good with that gun. So I wouldn't doubt OG cannot win this round. Pero Refresh going aggressive dito. He's not gonna get one kasi Nico expecting that push from Refresh. Very aggressive every round. But eventually, he's gonna get punished. Naging 5v4 bigla. Heroic playing with a disadvantage once again.
I think yung flash ni Kaden mas naging paborable para sa OG. That's all I can say about it. But magandang advantage na to. Even if they play passively, they're able to get out some frags because they know how Heroic plays it sa lot eh. Heroic really wanted to at least pin down one sa OG and it's gonna be favoring them. But so far, OG is already predicting how the pacing goes sa side ng Heroic. Kaya ngayon, makakapag-cross na sila going into Secret if they want to do that. But as Nico tries to go with the flank, will it be successful? Vald will be seeing Tessis. Siya na ang nag-play ngayon sa city side. Yan ang nakikita nyo. And tatlo na lang kagad ang natitira sa Heroic and Steven will be punished by Alexi B. The timing hits perfectly for the side of OG because this is very important. This round will actually punish Heroic. It's going to be a 14 scoreline for them. 2 left upcoming and you only have the Sush and punch by Vald once again with this lurks. And 2 left before OG can finally win this.
Yeah, and mag-half buy dito yung heroic, if I'm not mistaken, unless they want to go for the force and maybe try to prevent, you know, OG from getting that 15 and mukhang magpo-force nga sila. They're gonna go for the full risk. And last time na nag-force sila, it did work out in their favor and it resulted in OG giving them a few AKs tapos mag-save nga ang side ng OG. But I think alam na nila kung anong gustong gawin ng heroic dito. They like to play it risky, so OG, they're just gonna have to stay back. Flashes are gonna come in and DSS. Dito lang sa Filipino. Oh, just gonna get out. Dapat molly lang. As long as OG can get control dito, I think they're A-OK. But puro poke lang niya.
Sobrang risk buy na ng Heroic to. They can't give out a lot of rounds sa OG anymore. I mean, if you give that round, tapos di pa ayaw bumili, 15? 8? You scored? Kaya mo mababol ng 7 rounds versus OG? I think sobrang laking decider na to talaga sa OG. But as of now, they haven't made any entrances yet. But it seems like they want to control going from ramps. They were blinded, but Kaden wasn't able to punish at least one. But that's on that little gap of the smoke. He takes 2, and that's very important. He makes the work together with Staven. They made it work. 2 left na lang kagad ang natitira sa OG. And just a quick crossfire, so plus that smoke itself, it was very important. Pero I think mas better sa OG. If you're gonna be saving that, it's harder to still contest it against them. And looks like that's it. They will just be waiting out in the open. Maybe magkwekwentuhan na lang sila. And Heroic will be winning this 14-9 pa nga. Baging paborable pa sa kanila. Walang nangyari at pwede pang makakuha ng mga baril.
And yeah, I think Alexi B is gonna be mad about that. He's gonna be livid kasi a simple mechanical mistake. One person, you know, nagtapon nga kayo ng smokes dito, Heroic, and you got the gap in. But OG, like, they basically just didn't check their corners. I mean, nahandun na si Flames. He had his AK already there, pero kagaya nga ng sinabi ni Tens, a very bad habit ng mga pro players dito is they half-check angles, and yun ang ginawa ni Flames. He looked exactly where Tessis is, pero wala siyang nakitang kahit ano, not knowing that he's tucked away in the corner. That's why you don't have check angles, man. Like, you really have to check that all the way. But I think takot din siya from the player coming in from ladder. So a lot of stuff happening dito sa ramp is resulting in some players getting distracted dito sa OG. But I digress. Mukhang magre-recoup na lang sila dito, going a very aggressive dito sa Secret. This is really weird. Galing sa side ng OG, they're playing it fast.
They want to finish this so badly. They want to remove the momentum upcoming sa side ng Heroic. I think that's a good move also, but very crucial. Kasi you can just take a lot of time. But then they want to really close this one. Eager na sila. But then kapag nagmamadali ka minsan, hindi mo na alam kung anong nagiging focus mo. Baka maging random mentality na nga tayo ngayon. So, iwan ang lahat, pati teammates. Pero wala pa. All of them are stacking still. They want to have that smoke fade. But ask Kaden, who gets who? That's very important. All that Modi will be popping in. Medyo magsulat si Kaden as of now.
Come on!
He gets 3 with a Galil. Oh, no. He still risked that. Kahit na papanish na siya ng Molly, he gets 3 heads. Ay, nako. Sabi ko sa inyo, pag nagmamadali tong OG, nagiging favorable pa sa nakakalaban nila. Remember, this map was picked by Heroic. If you can take a look on the upper left side, this is picked by them, and they still don't want to end it yet. And they're just capitalizing on OG's impatience. That's what we can call it. But this timing, if it's gonna be perfect sa kay Flames together with Alexi B, maybe it's gonna be possible for them. But Reaper on that angle itself. Instead, Alexi B and Flames still makes it work all together. Magiging 2v2 pa nga, but they're pretty low. But still, they have this. They have the bomb coming from Flames. But as Staben will be taken off by Alexi B. Tesis na lang. Will he be able to take this clutch as these two will just be crossfiring him? He has that flash. Okay, alam na nasaan siya. He tries for your face, pero mamadaliin ba siya? Naku po, tumalon-tulon. But sa likod niya, yung magagaling sa heaven.
Alexi B,
Oh, no!
Oh! What?
Sabi naman, mata-clutch pa rin ni Tesis to.
No way.
TV, what are you doing? Ang init pa rin ng laban.
Oh my god, that's such a heartbreaker for OG, man. It's so close to that win. Alexi B, all you had to do was tap, and that would have been over. Pero ito nga, the first mechanical mistake galing sa OG. Everyone was looking left, pero si Kadian na andun pa rin sa right on that stairs. And what is happening dito sa OG? They're falling apart. Guys, reminder, you have 4 out of 4 timeouts still available, so it's a high mighty time to finally use it unless meron pang plano dito si Alexi B sa kanyang big brain. Maybe
Come on.
Why are you already there? Pero refresh, getting it down, but na-reveal na rin na merong offer dito sa labas. Kadian, they know he's playing outside, so maybe mag-file na sila dito. But Kadian, knowing exactly that, is gonna rotate dito sa my trophy room. Alexi B is gonna start running. And once again, Tess is from the side. Secure dang corners. OG, what is going on? Yun lang. OG, where's the timeout? They need the timeout, man.
Snap out of it, OG. Hey,
they need Pelage's favorite sports psychologist to come in, because right now I think the mental here para sa OG is really low. I don't know what is happening. They're just falling apart and they're not stopping anytime. Like, hindi pa sila nagta-timeout. This is a really worrying trend para dito sa OG.
OG, alam mo, ganito na lang. You told us earlier that if it's gonna be a quick matchup, it's gonna be quick. But then if OG, they will be inconsistent sa second half, alam mo na magiging close. Magiging close na game, yes guys. Close game in favor pa ng Heroic. Don't tell me this is gonna be harder sa OG this time around. That round 23, kapag natalo OG dito, tatandaan yung round 23 na yun na nagpa-break off sa kanila. But Vald expects heaven. Okay, they were able to reset kahit walang timeout na nangyari. Maybe they still want to keep up the momentum up ahead. And then nice by Man2. It's gonna be a 4v2. They're gonna be entering towards B side. But Tess is with that anchor. Will he be able to make it up? And speaking of, it's a bomb drop. It's gonna be harder for OG once again. But this angle, how will they be able to play it out? Makuha pa pala ni Nico and he will be able to pick off Tessis. As Kajan, the
save.
only guy remaining, magbababay ka na muna. You will be giving that out to the OG guys and humabol na lang ng 4 rounds dahil kaya nyo naman eh.
And yeah, I mean, OG doing the classic heroic where you just brute force your way onto outside and see what happens. And nangyari nga is OG getting those 2 frags in time. Buti na lang may nakatingin dun sa secret kasi pag walang nakatingin dun sa secret, that would have been a free 3K with that M4A1S. And OG, man, escaping from that very, very precarious trend. And yun na nga, 15 para sa OG, but still, they have to get one more. Fortunately para sa kanila, the money isn't looking too good para dito sa Heroic. They can maybe afford some rifles dito sa next round. The utility will not be too healthy, pero mas importante talaga na magka-rifle dito ang mga members ng Heroic. And I think KDN can just drop para sa kay Deses, maybe an M4. And yeah, I think everything is okay para dito sa Heroic. M4s, everything. Yep, kompleto sila. Pero OG, you have everything. You have all the resource that you need. You just have to execute.
Ayusin nyo, OG. Ang dami niyong fans dito. Oh, yeah. Stabbing with the EUG. Maybe that's gonna be the game changer that we have. And let's see if Heroic will be able to escape the depths of hell this time around. But Alexi B, gusto niya talagang mag-lurk. Makulit ka pa. Oh no, this is gonna be dangerous. Kapag hindi nila na-trade off tong si Teses, sila pa yung malalamangan ng Heroic. I swear, that's gonna be happening. But he takes out that molly, denied lang by that smoke. He will be bailing out of it. That was a safe play coming in from them. But Aiden won't be able to take out one with that good flash. But that's what I'm talking about. Staven with an AUG talaga, makakasecure yan. We all know how good it is with that gun. But Alexi B denies Tesis from anchoring so much because he's been doing and denying OG every time they want to commit into a site. At apat na lang sa apat pero makakapag hold angle na lang OG. Expecting na sila na mayroong magagaling sa Squeaky and they are just using their utilities to delay a lot of time from Heroic.
All they have to do is use nades. Use nades as much as you can. And maybe you can block anything galing dito sa side ng OG. Nico closes the door to the opportunity para dito sa Heroic na makapasok ng site. Nakakuha na ng dalawa. The flick dito kay Kadian. Trying to flick at 2 people at the same time. But 8 HP and the Dream. And looking like the Dream is dead. The door closes para dito sa map 1. And OG. That's not us. Hey.
Uy, kami guys.
Sabi.
Lipat sa amin. Di kami yan.
Yun na nga. Masyado siyang hype for my liking. But OG, getting that first map, napaka-hype. I mean, Nuke, very important map, especially between these two teams, considering that Heroic picked this map. And now they had a hard time trying to close this one out. And yeah, I mean, that is one of the most important things para dito sa mapa na to, Nuke. It's really hard to get a comeback going, especially in volatility na mapa na to and the nature of how teams really play it. So, yeah, congrats to OG. They got the first map dito sa ating best of 3 and considering the map pick pa to ng Heroic, I think itong OG, they might go into our second map with the comfort zone.
And to add to that, Stevie, alam mo, if only Kadian didn't miss a lot of shots with this op sa City, I think that could have been a big comeback from Heroic. He misses a lot of shots, and those are the bigger opportunities for Heroic to get those rounds against OG once again. But I really do think also the fact that malaki ring lead ng OG, they can take a lot of time to adjust on their T side. Kita mo naman na nag-struggle sila. If that was a switch, if OG will be starting sa T side on the first half, we all know that it's gonna be favoring Heroic. But then, alam niyo naman, when OG starts on their CT and they gain a lot of momentum, they will just be taking their time sa T side. It's gonna be a close one. It's a 16-11 scoreline. It's pretty close din naman actually. And OG survived out of Nuke against Heroic. Remember, it was a map pick by Heroic, but as we're gonna be going into Inferno, this is a big question eh. Kasi both of them are actually good, but it's OG speak and they have that big momentum. So these are the questions that we need to see if there's gonna be a tiebreaker map between these two. But we'll just be taking a short break here in IEM Fall 2021. We are your shoutcasters. I am Ray Ray, and of course, join me here is Sneaky Frog. And see you after this break.